Could we have you do the honor of walking us through these two whiskeys? What's the first one we're going to be doing?
So this is the big dog. That's what we always set out to make, and that's actually the first two here. That is a blend of typically 3 barrels. The age is ranging anywhere from 4 to 6 years. I've been told many times by people that have blind tasted our stuff and said, as far as Colorado whiskey bourbons go, we have the most Tennessee-ish tasting bourbon. Yeah. Smells wet.
It is a liquid.
Smells like whiskey. I get it, up front. It's somewhat floral. Graham cracker, maybe a bit. Maybe some apple or dried fruit.
That's good.
Yeah, almost.
It's so smooth.
It is good.
It's almost like a graham cracker, caramel apple.
Yeah.
I can get the caramel apple now that you say that.
Yeah.
Let's step on the gas here.
All right.
Excellent.
So, cask strength rye, 100% organic rye. Like I mentioned, all of our products are super approachable, not going to punch you in the face. This one slightly deviates from that.
Yeah.
But you're going to get your rye hallmarks,
maybe a good slap.
Yeah. You're going to get your nice fig and cherry finish, mid-palate spiciness.
So I feel like on both your eyes, I do get the fig and a little bit of the darker fruits with it as well.
Yeah, dark cherry.
It's
plum.
Yeah. Stone fruits.
The stone fruits.
The stone fruits.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that does not drink anywhere near 128.
No, it does not. It does not.
And to be transparent, this is actually my first time tasting it, so you're getting an honest reaction.
Okay.
I'm catching some root beer barrel.
Yeah.
Well, we've been finding I've been getting drawn more and more to these higher proof whiskeys. Obviously, I can't drink them all night, but
you can try.
You can try.
3 Colorado ryes won best rye in the world at the World Whiskey Awards.
Brian, it's been a few days since Bear Creek, and we are going to resample this. But before that, I've got to say, those are the nicest people.
They are. That was a lot of fun.
Much fun. I love those guys. But let's get into what we're going to be doing here. So we are going.
Now we got rid of them.
Yes. Now
they're gone.
Now we can tell what we really think about it. That's the last nice thing we're going to say about them.
Right. Yeah. Forget those guys.
No, but so we did their bourbon.
Yes.
And we did their cask strength rye. But I also want to do just a regular rye so we can get kind of a difference between there. But
yes. And Bry, the rye guy, just made that up. Well, I'm a fan of rye. This is kind of intriguing. I'm excited to revisit it. Revisiting is a huge part of whiskey tasting for me.
I'm going to pour the straight bourbon, but keep going.
Yeah. So I like to, sometimes your mouth just tastes things differently. So you do get to revisit it. We're not totally in their presence and around them, and I think it just removes more biases, and we get to try it. But the cool thing about this is now adding in a little bit of a tasting adventure, in that we're going to take both of their ryes and put them side by side.
Right.
Which we didn't get to do with them because that wasn't really the focus, which is fine. But I'm glad it's the focus now.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I want to point out we do not have a lot of this bottle.
No.
And there's a reason for that. We always like it. This is, as they said in the videos, it's very approachable. It's a very easy, nice drinker that still provides a lot of flavor. So,
it is.
Anyway, cheers,
yes,
sir.
Cheers.
I know I will not be cheersing him every time.
That's okay. I'm cheers worthy.
So the nose is light to me.
I went dug right back in.
You did.
I know.
But that's okay.
I
Well,
did.
let's dig in.
Yeah, it is light. It's a smooth flavor. He said it multiple times. Jay, said multiple times in the video. Nothing's really gonna slap you in the face.
Right.
Which for me, it's not. It really is a smooth drinker.
Well, I'm getting off this still the sweetness, but for some reason I'm getting pear now.
Okay.
I'm getting pear, and I was gonna say white pear, but no, it's not white pear like the dry way. It is a sweeter, just the regular pear.
Yeah.
I still get sweet. I get nothing overpowering.
Nope.
We're sitting at what, 90 proof again?
Yes. And even the finish on that is a nice smooth. It leaves a little bit, for me, a little bit of that tingle on the tongue.
Yeah, the flavor is staying with me.
Yes.
It is staying with me. It's not just abrupt
Yes.
jump, but there's nothing harsh about this. This is a very easy drinker.
Yes, and the flavor is there.
Well, and I think this would be an easy one if you wanted to get into whiskey, getting into whiskey. This would be an easy drinker, but it is still going to give you some complex flavors.
Yes.
As being someone who drinks whiskey on a regular basis.
Yes.
Okay, we are going to do the cask, or not the cask strength.
Don't get confused because that's something we had to write. If you've noticed, cask on this. Even at the distillery, they labeled their bottle. That was one confusing thing for me. I was at the Whiskey Biscuit one day, and Aaron was looking for the cask strength, and I said, "There it is," and he said, "No, that's the same." If you notice, the exact same label. Put them up side by side. The exact same label, just down in this little white bar right here. If you read it carefully, it says cask strength, and then on this one it says handcrafted in Colorado. So they really do look almost identical as far as the label goes. So be careful when you're reaching for the cask strength.
Okay, so right off the bat,
you see the color.
Color, absolutely.
I mean, that's when we put them up here side by side. I figured I'd wait till we got into tasting it, but the color is one significant thing if you do have them side by side.
Yes. And both pretty colors, but it's just tough to beat a color like that.
That's cask strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start obviously with the regular rye. That's got a lot more nose.
It does. Whew, there's the rye. Not in a bad way.
You know what I'm kind of getting on the nose, and this again, I know I mentioned that I love their spiced rum. I am getting some of the floral and the herbs and all that I get from their spiced rum.
Yeah.
Which again is phenomenal.
Floral for sure. Mm-hmm. We didn't go as much into the spiced rum, but I'll keep it short. Definitely check it out. I'm not a big rum drinker, but I'll drink that rum.
We'll definitely twist our arm to let us do a video on that.
We'll be back there for that.
Palate still soft. Another real easy drinker that they have. Before I go into kind of dissecting this, I'm going to jump over to the one we had, the cask strength.
Okay. Get them side by side. And this is what we had there.
There,
correct.
yes.
Okay.
So the nose is obviously a lot. I get a lot of the same similar hints on the nose, just more of it.
Just a little bit more of that. That's good.
I was just going to say, it's now hitting me.
It's hitting, and that was a genuine reaction. Like, that's good.
Well, and that
really
is. There is a lot more going on in this.
There
obviously.
is. You get a lot more of the barrel. You get a little more of the heat with it, but I think it's bringing the flavor with it instead of just being hot.
Well, and it's not subtle, and like Jay said, it's not a punch in the face. It's a slap in the face. But I'm getting raisin.
Yeah.
A lot more raisin than I did the other day.
Plum.
I'm still getting those fruits that we talked about.
Yes.
I feel like there's a decent amount of ryes now that are drinking more like bourbons. That being said, I'm sure rye fans will, accost me in the streets and say, "Don't you ever say something like that again."
Right.
But
I think there are several distilleries that I've tried so far that have a bourbon that drinks hotter than the rye.
Yeah, that's. I feel like I'm seeing that more and more and more.
I agree.
Because it used to be you could kind of say this is how we're going to set up our drinks, and in terms of softer, lower alcohol, whatever, to a higher point, and ryes being more along that end line. Now it's changed in the world a lot, and still great products.
For sure.
I really like this cask strength.